Let's check that how can we calculate, how can we solve the free response question year 2022, number 3. So here is the question that let f be differentiable function f of 4 equals to 3 on the interval 0 to 7. The graph of f prime, that means the derivative of the f, consists of a semicircle and the two line segments as shown in the figure. Okay, so find f of 0 and f of 5. So remember that here is the graph of f prime. It means the derivative graph is given and you have to find out the value of the graph, value of the function at 0. So in order to find f of 0, I will use definitely my given value f of 4. So in order to find f of 0, they are giving the given interval is f of 4 is given to me. So I can say that f of 4, since f of 4 is greater than the 0, minus now the graph from 0 till 4 f of x dx. Now f of 4 is already given to me, that is 3 minus now 0 till 4. So here if you look here, from 0 to 4 it is the semicircle. So by using the geometrical formula, the area of this region can be written as half pi r square, whereas the radius, so the radius of this graph is 2. So you can write here a half pi r, it means 2 square, so that the answer is 2 pi. And since the semicircle is below the x-axis, so you have to use the negative sign before calculating the area of the region, which gives you the position of the graph. So the area from 0 till 4 f of x dx, the value is negative 2 pi. So write it in the calculator, you will get 3 plus 2 pi. Now calculate f of 5. So in order to calculate f of 5, again I will use the f of 4. Now 5 is bigger than the 4, so I will use plus, and after the 4 the area will be from 4 till 5 f of x dx. Now f of 4 already given to me, that is 3. Now what is the figure between 4 till 5? So if you look here, so from 4 till 5 the figure is a triangle. So it means the area of this triangle is half BH. So the half, the base, you can say between the 4 to 5 it is 1 box, and from 5 here this height is 1 box. So it means base is 1 and height is 1. So the area is half. So put this half over here. So 3 plus half gives me 3.5. So that's how we have to figure out the answer. Part B says that if the x-coordinate of all points of inflection of the graph between 0 to 7, find all the inflection points. So remember, if you want to know more how to sketch the graph of a function from the derivative, or from the derivative how can we graph the second derivative function, so you have to watch my channel Math Dynamics. Okay, Math Dynamics, Mehnaz Javed, and from there you can check my videos, or I will put the link in the same video so that you can just understand that how can we make the graphs of a function from the derivative, or second derivative from the first derivative, or vice versa. So anyway, here find the x-coordinates of all points of inflection. Remember that the point of inflection, if the derivative is given, so the point of inflection occurs at the relative extrema. So you can say that at x equals to 2 and x equals to 6, the points of you can write here the point of inflection the point of inflection of the graph between 0 till 7 can be found at x equals to 0 and x equals to 6 because they show because they shows they because because relative extrema are found on that extrema are found at x equals to 2 and x equals to 6. So that would be the justification. So the part C says that g be the function defined by g of x equals to f of x minus x on what values, if any, g is decreasing for 0 to 7. Show the analysis that leads to your answer. So let's understand what they are saying. They are saying that actually g of x is equals to f of x minus x. Now they are asking you on what intervals g is decreasing. You know, whenever we talk about the decreasing or increasing, it means we have to take the derivative of the function. So we can say that since the g of x is decreasing, it means that the derivative of this function should be less than 0. So it means that the derivative of f of x is f prime x and derivative of x is 1. This function should be less than 0. So if we solve the function and bring the 1 on the other side, we will get f prime x is less than 1. So visualize that at what values the derivative is less than 1. So for example, if here is a 1, if I just assume and make a line, so you can just clearly set that from 0 till the value of 5, the graph is below the value of 1. So from 0, between 0 to 5, the derivative of the function is decreasing. So you can say hence the graph of g is decreasing for 0 till 5 because the derivative of the function is less than 0, or the derivative of the function f is less than 1. So anything you can write, okay? So in part B, for the function g defined in part C, find the absolute minimum between the interval 0 to 7, justify your answer. So what do we have to do? First of all, remember that we already know from our previous parts that the g of x is actually f of x minus x. And we know that in order to find any kind of extrema, minimum and maximum values, first of all, we have to calculate the critical points or critical numbers. Okay. So in order to calculate the critical number, we have to take the derivative of the function. So the derivative of g of x is g prime x, derivative of f of x is f prime x, and derivative of x is 1. And set the equation equals to 0. Bring the 1 over here, so we will have f prime of x equals to 1. So where the function f prime x is equals to 1. So I am going to visualize this by making a straight line and check where are the critical points. So critical points are the points where they intersect with, where the derivative intersect with the line 1. So at here, that means 5, at x equals to 5 and y value is 1, we have a critical point. Further, we have a critical point at x equals to 7. Now the function is starting at 0. So in order to determine what are the values of x and f of x, okay, or x or g of x, so that is f of x minus f of x, calculate the y values. So calculate the y values at 0, at 5 and at 7 in order to find the lowest value to determine the absolute minimum value. So we know that the absolute minimum or maximum can be found at the endpoints or at the critical numbers. So how can we calculate? We already calculate f of 0 and we already have calculated g of 5 and f of 5. But one more time, how to calculate the g of 0. So you know that g of 0, in order to calculate the g of 0, we can calculate f of x. Okay, f of x minus x. So in order to calculate f of 0, so f of 0 minus the x value is 0. Now if you remember, to calculate f of 0, we use the given data, that is f of 4. In the first part we already did it, so no need to show it. You can take your answers from the first part and put it here, but I am just trying to remind you this question. So f of 4 minus f of 0. Okay, so this is f of 4 and minus f of 0. So for the f of 0, from 0 till 4. Okay, so how can we find it out? We know that f of 4 is 3 minus f of x d of x, from 0 till 4, it is the semicircle, and we already have calculated the radius is minus 2. So it is half pi r square and r is 2. Since the semicircle is below the x-axis, so put the negative sign. So it will be negative 2 pi. So the answer is 3 plus 2 pi, and x is 0 already. Now next question, f of 5. In order to calculate f of 5, we said that f of 4 plus integral from 4 till 5 f of x dx we have to calculate. So f of 4, it is already given in the question. On the top it is equals to 3. And from 4 to 5 we saw already that it is a triangle, and the formula of the triangle is half BH, and the base is 1 box and height is 1 box. So it was plus minus x, right? Minus x is what? X is 5. So minus 5. So we already calculated 3.5 minus 5 give me minus 1.5. Now f of 7. How to calculate f of 7? First of all, calculate f of 4 plus you have from 4 till 7. Now from 4 till 7 calculate f of x dx minus x. Minus x from where? Because you are calculating actually g of x. Now f of 4 you already know it's 3. Now let's see from 4 till 7. If you look at the 4 till 7, you will see that this is how we have to calculate. Okay, so the area of this one is half. Now this is a triangle and a rectangle. Though the triangle is half BH and rectangle is LW. What is half B is equals to the 2, and the height of this triangle is 1. So it means 1 plus LW. So 2 is the length and width is again 1. So plus 2. So the answer is 3. So 3 plus 3 minus x is 7. X is 7. So answer is minus 3 plus, it should be 3.5 because 4 till 5 is f of 4 plus 0 till 5. We already have calculated. It is 3.5. It's already calculated from here till here. 3.5 and this value is 3. Okay, so plus 3. 6.5 minus 7, it's negative 0.5. Now this is the least value at x equals to 5. So this is the absolute minimum. So in the end, you have to say that the absolute minimum value on the interval 0 to 7 is negative 1.5.